Sense and Sensibility is like from a book that was made into a play, and it's by this woman called Jane Austen, who's a really clever writer from the olden days, and the play is set in the olden days.
My name is Jenny, and in this production of Sense and Sensibility, I'm playing Eleanor Dashwood. She's a lovely, lovely character. She really comes, from her heart chakra.
So my name's Tom. I play Edward, and Edward's weak and shy. Doesn't really have a lot of self-confidence. Doesn't really have any balls. He's kind of the opposite of me.
He's like this really old guy who lives in the town that these really cute women come and move to because they're like got thrown out of their house. And so Colonel Brandon lives all by himself because he's all heartbroken because he's really sad that
in a country and in a time period when where female energy was so suppressed and corseted.
Well, I think this says everything, that on our 6th time working together, once we were siblings, the other times we were romantic partners, but now that we're in our 40s, he ends up with the 20-year-old blonde, and I'm the spinster aunt, which I think pretty much says it all, about the trajectory of men and women in America.
Well, I didn't write the play.
No.
And it's in the book, too.
Oh.
So.
Yeah, well, there's your argument. It's in the book.
I play Lucy Steele, who is actually Lucifer in human form. It's a very distinct character choice that I made, and I think it's essential to her as a person.
It's really hard, as an actor, trying to tap into those aspects of your personality that you just don't have. I don't know if I could be weak. I don't know if I could not have giant balls.
It's about two sisters and some people, and some of them are sensible, and some of them are not sensible at all, and some of them have sense and some of them don't have sense. I think that's why it's called that name.
It's one of those stories where a nice guy finishes first, and so.
It's mostly just about romance and being silly and finding yourself.
It's about love and loss and comforting one another. It's also about leaves. There are a lot of very beautiful leaves.
So this is Sense and Sensibility. It's about a couple of girls who are both totally doable.
She's a devoted sister to Marianne. It's a beautiful relationship between the two of them. A lot of womb energy, beautiful ovarian energy.
She's very nice to me, but she sometimes nags me a bit and says oh Marianne, oh Marianne, oh Marianne, don't do that. And Marianne's like, what? I didn't do anything.
She definitely falls in love with a gentleman who is otherwise engaged, and she has her heart broken. Her throat chakra definitely gets closed off. She can't speak what she wants, so there's very little blue energy around her, which is sad because, as an actress, obviously there's a lot of blue aura energy going on, but Eleanor's completely cut off from that.
Totally good dude, and these two young women move into town, and he's totally in love with this one woman named Marianne, who's really cool. And
so Marianne, she's she's in love with this guy first of all because he carries her and he's really handsome, and his name's Willoughby.
Super handsome and charming, and has totally whisked her Marianne off of her feet, and well, I don't have a chance in hell anymore, so I get all sad again. I'm really old, and he's young, and he knows how to dance, and he's really witty, and he totally doesn't like me because I'm like noble.
And then she marries the older guy in the end because he carries her too, but he's also like not horrible.
Yeah, they'll be wheeling me on in no time. You'll be 68 and still getting the 20-year-old blonde. Bitter? Yeah.
Sometimes my friends ask me, they're like, Tom, how do you fucking do that? How do you do that? Like, how do you become British? When I see you on stage, I just think, wow, this guy's British.
Doing the horoscope of each of my characters, I did Eleanor's chart as best as I could grasp from the information in the story, and you know, unsurprisingly, she's a Virgo with, you know, obviously a Cancer moon rising, a whole lot of Pisces in her chart, which obviously explains a lot.
This is like the actor process right here. So I'm gonna become British for you. All right, it's gonna be quick. Ready? All right. Did you see it? Did you see it happen? It just happened there. Hold on, I'll do it again. You gotta pay attention. Oh my God, there it is. Did you see it? Amazing. I don't know how I do it.
I liked playing Marianne a lot because she gets to wear a dress. Actually, she gets to wear 3 dresses, and one of them is pink, and the other 2 have pink things on them. So that's the best part, I think, because she gets to wear some dresses, but also like she gets to wear gloves and a hat, and the hat has pink bow on it, pink ribbon. So that's really great.
He wears really pretty clothes.
My favorite part of the show would have to be my diaper. It's connected to my t-shirt. It's lycra, it's flesh toned. When I wear it, I don't feel like I'm wearing a diaper. I mean, and that's kind of the best diaper to wear, one that you don't feel like you're wearing. So it protects you without the thought of like, oh, I'm old and I'm gonna shit myself on stage.
A floral dress, and I wear huge hats.
There's this woman called Aunt Jennings, and she like makes people laugh a lot.
Because she's like 5 characters rolled into one. Kind of like a fruit roll-up, but not quite as tasty.
Like a busybody, but she gets to wear a lot of purple. But I do get to wear pink, so I think we all know which is a better colour.
Being a leg man myself, I appreciate breeches on the leg man.
It's a very tapered look for him, you know. He had big shoulders and very tapered, so it was like forcing men to look like big triangles, which is good.
Well, and women just look like there's nothing beyond him.
I wouldn't do the show without the hats. The hats make it for me.
I had hoped to discover that I was Jane Austen reincarnated, or at least Cassandra reincarnated, but as it turns out, during that time, I was actually their cat, which was a little disappointing, but actually gave me some different perspective. The cat's name is a male cat, a boy named Licky Wickham's.
I think originally she wants to marry Willoughby because he carries her and because he's handsome, but because also his name begins with W, and W is M upside down, so then monogram would be the same both ways, like if they got married. So that would be like good if she had made a mistake and they had to turn the letter upside down, they could see who it was. You know, or they wouldn't even know because it wouldn't be like it was upside down.
It's good to set up rules as an actor. So one of my rules is to not try and sleep with all of my female co-stars. I developed this rule not because it caused any drama or anything like that, but because I was just having so much sex all the time, and it was so tiring, all the sex.
I hate English people. I hate doing English accents. I think they're so snobby and pretentious.
I like the play because it is fun, and because I get to get carried by like 2 really handsome men, and they like both smell really nice.
Yin and yang energy, beautiful. beautifully coming together. Males and females combining mutual respect and admiration for each other. Age and youth balancing each other out, which is beautiful.
So they're totally happy, and they're, you know, gonna live in his house, and it's gonna be really good.